Greetings, citizens of stupid Tetris. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more stupid Tetris monthly. And, I know you think that, we're pretty stupid all year long. But no, this is stupid Tetris monthly for real. And what we have done to these players is removed their long bars. No long bars for anybody, right? This is really like the Grinch who stole long bars. No long bars for anybody, so no Tetrises. Triples are the order of the day, right? So triples are the best thing that you can get. So players will be optimizing, trying to set up for as many triples as possible. And, trying not to top out in the process. So we've got a bunch of matches for you today. And what we are going to do right now is the green bracket. Now, this is going to feed ultimately into a match against Pixel Andy. That's not today. But what is today is Chroma versus Sooshimanh. I don't know. There's an H at the end. It makes me think to say Man, but I'm going to say Sooshimanh, I guess, until I'm told otherwise. So Chroma versus, or can I just say Sushi? Chroma versus Sushi? I don't know what I can say. But anyway, Chroma versus Sooshimanh. Winner versus KIRBY703. Kirby, of course, a legend of Tetris, a master of all the non-standard, weird Tetris things. We'll get into that later. So pretty excited for this one. So that's what's happening right now. Now, starting in 2 hours, we're also going to do Steelce versus... Oh, I can call you Soosh? Soosh. I might say Soosh. We're going to play Steelce versus Tytris. That's starting in 2 hours, right? And then later, like way later, like 8 hours from now, we're going to do the winner of that versus Lucas, right? But in the intervening time, we are also going to do the yellow bracket. That's going to be Firedox versus Maestro, and the winner versus the other Kirby, ID Kirby. So Firedox, we could have, Kirby versus Kirby finals. I'm kind of rooting for that a little bit. And yeah, I'm kind of rooting for that a little bit. But anyway, that's going to be later. That's starting 4 hours from now. So right now it's 2 o'clock in Texas. Right now it's going to be Chroma versus Soosh, winner versus Kirby. At 4, it's going to be Steelce versus Tyler. At 6, it's going to be Firedox versus Maestro, winner versus ID Kirby. And then at 10 p.m. tonight, thanks Tyler, it's going to be Tyler versus the winner of Steelce versus Lucas. So big stupid day for everybody. Excuse me. Let's take a look at our rules. Yes, this is a 32-player single elimination stupid flat bracket based on the 1989 version of Stupid Tetris, released by Stupid Nintendo for the Stupid Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical. Biological turbo only. These are going to be best of 5 matches, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through. There are no same piece sets because the setting in the Tetris Gym cartridge does not allow that. So what the players are going to do is they're going to go down to drought, right? There's a setting that says drought. They're going to go down to that setting and move it all the way to the right, to the letter I, as in I love Kingsman. Yeah, so that is what they're going to do. Now, remember, no in-game advice. So if you are playing a game, no one is telling you how to play, telling you about your opponent's board state or your board state or how you should play or anything like that. And do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. I am the commentator too. I am the commentator. I'm probably not going to tell you to pause, right? So don't do it. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing, okay? Until you hear otherwise from me. So OBS, internet, PC, whatever, just keep playing and then I will sort it out, usually successfully and fairly for most of the time. But yeah, just keep playing. Assume that your game will count until you hear otherwise from me, okay? Good. And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $300.75. Where does that money come from? Well, yeah, it's just whatever spare change I have in the couch cushions, and that's where it comes from. No, that is not where it comes from. It comes from you, the viewers and or fans. I fully concede that there may be viewers who are not fans, but are watching nonetheless. So yeah, it comes from you, the viewers like you, not the Corporation for Public Broadcasting or the Carnegie Corporation of New York. No, it comes from you. So if you want to cast a vote for more stupid Tetris Monthly, if you want to support the players, we have a bunch of players who don't normally play in our top level Masters event, so it's pretty cool to be able to get them into the mix for prizes. Yeah, use that Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. I will do the first one. The first one's free. Here it comes. I have entered it, and you should now be seeing links, right? The link for this tournament is the one that says STM no bars. Click on that. And in your browser, you'll be taken to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. The top right-hand corner of that page, there's a button that says log in. Click on that to log in. You can use your existing Twitch, YouTube, or Discord account to log in. You don't need to make a separate Matcherino account. And yeah, and then once you're in there, there's two things you can do. One is hit the button that says contribute to contribute straight cash, homie, and support the prize pool in that way. There's also probably a few contribution codes that are left, and those are codes that Matcherino puts in there and provides us every month to prove that we can get 50 people to go to a website and click on a button, which maintains our superior status with them. And in return, they kick in 25 cents into the prize pool every time that button is clicked, up to 50 unique accounts. So if you've not gone over there and clicked on that button, please do that. It's free money. Let's not do it. And while you're there, consider, kicking in like whatever you got. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just keep counting by fives. There you go. Whatever you got kicking around. Even if you have $699 to contribute, that would be acceptable as well. So thanks to everybody who has contributed to the prize pool. That's how to support the players. So if you want to support the channel, now you probably don't want to do that, but if you want to do that, one good way to do that is go to patreon.com/monthlytetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going. It's what allows us to stream odd matches in the middle of typical work days, right? Certainly not getting rich off this. I'm not buying a house based on this, but it does allow me to have full flexibility to stream pretty much 24/7. So if that is something that you want to keep happening because you're a fan of Tetris, well, it doesn't happen without your support. Everyone on this slide is supporting us, so thank you to everyone. Big shout out to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, Kanan, Tacky, Madelsberger, Corporal, Shalby, Jr., Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Rope Potato, Cat Kid, Javanti, Jason, Sunny, and if you don't like Patreon, there are other ways to support us, yeah, and I know like the ones that are in this channel right now. I use the support command. They came up. Some people don't like Patreon. That's fine. There are other ways you can make a recurring pledge. You can do it via Streamlabs and PayPal, I think. And actually, a couple people on this slide are doing just that. They are not actually at Patreon. They're doing it in a different way. So there you go. Okay, good. Yes. Any questions before we begin? Probably. Dumb questions. All right, let's go. All right, look at these individuals. These are some of the coolest people I've ever seen. Wow. Let me go ahead and adjust the stencil for one of our players just a little tiny bit because it's going to nag at me. And we're tapping. We're tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Nope, that wasn't the one. Where is the one? I have so many browser sources on this page. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, there we go. That's good. That'll work. All right, well, the music is here, and if we were doing same piece sets, that would normally mean the time when I give you the same piece sets, but now what it means is it is time to play stupid Tetris. I have to sneeze. Let's see. Oh my god, it's not coming. Nope. Oh well. All right, Sooshimanh, or Soosh, or can I just say sushi? Can I sometimes say sushi? Is that okay? Or Soosh? Random seed, low bars. I don't know. It's a long name, and there's like million. I can go Soosh, Sooshimanh. The H at the end makes me want to, go Sooshimanh. So it's Sooshimanh. It would be weird if you didn't like sushi. That would be weird. If you're like, no, I actually hate it. Soosh. That's like if you're a bro. Like if you're a bro and you're like, let's go out and get some sush. Sush. We're going to get some sush. That's what you say. Like, you know, like you're a frat bro and it's time to get sushi. Time to get sush. What is this paste from Chroma? It's pretty good. As long as you don't pronounce it weird at the end with the H. I can't say Sooshimanh H. Sooshimanh H. All right, players, it's time. So there's no same piece sets, but I want to make sure that you are on drought mode I. Drought mode I is over there. And we're making sure we're drought mode I over here, but I'm sure he is because I don't see any bars, low bars. Okay. All right, it's time. Let's get ready. Let's go. Tetris time. GLHF. What does that mean? Go lick a horned frog. That's not a very nice thing to say to somebody. Like, you should have more sportsmanship than that. Shouldn't be telling them to go lick toads and stuff. It's not right. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them started. It's round one of Stupid Tetris Monthly. No bars, November. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So what you are watching is, in fact, you might be a little delayed on stream. That's fine. It happens. It's fine because there's no same piece sets, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, it's Chroma who qualified into this tournament to seed number 18 with a no bars qualifier. Average of his best 2 games, right? Played in a 1 hour qualifier of 334,876. And just for context, our best scores, like our top 5 or 6 scores, were 500. And then like one person, Blue Scooty, in the 400s, and then big chunk of people in the middle in the 300s, and then a handful of 200s at the bottom. But yeah, Chroma is here. Chroma, you've seen a bunch in the last year in like all of our events, playing in Das Masters, Mega Dasters, played in our first Stupid Tetris monthly tournament since it has returned, and won a couple of rounds in that one. Has played a bunch in Das Masters, played in Tap Masters, and also played in Mega Masters in 2023. So kind of that has also taken down a couple of back in 2021. Took down a Korea-oriented tournament. Of course, Chroma from South Korea. But yeah, has really come and played a lot of our events just in the past year. So we've gotten no Chroma over last year, and it's been good. Now, Sooshimanh, or Sushi, or Soosh, or whatever, that is somebody that I don't really know at all. And Match Database has, you know, some Tetris for the non-pros, so that's good to see. Join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. I feel like Soosh has maybe been playing on Nestris.org, but I don't know if that's true 100%. But Soosh made his debut in the Classic Tetris Monthly Cinematic Universe in the community tournament back in August, and played in Hopefuls the next month, and just played Chroma in the future circuit for this month. So they literally just played like 2 days ago. And I'm also glad to add another Canadian to the list of Canadians that we are building and will eventually turn over to the proper authorities. But you can see both players are keyboard players. That reminds me, we still have to do Classic Tetris Keyboard Edition. That's going to be a top out for Sooshimanh at 51,000. So Chroma is good in game number 1. Sooshimanh has an overall PB of 1.022 million. Sooshimanh, were you playing on Nestris.org? I feel like I've played you. A number 110 in Nestris puzzles. Yeah, I feel like I played you. See, I have a real disconnect. Like, people are coming over from Nestris.org. They're like, and then I've like played them in matches, and then I don't remember that I played them, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that name seems familiar. I have to actually picture the name on the Nestris.org screen, and then it comes, right? Like, so there you go. So, yeah, it's weird, but I'm pretty sure I've played Sooshimanh, so. Does Nestris.org yet have like where you can look up people's like person versus person record? That would be cool. Primer, get on that. Okay, so that's where I recognize your name. All right, well, let's go ahead and count them down. These players are ready. They're both on low bars, and 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I have not played Nestris.org in a long time. Just been very, very busy and preoccupied with other things. But I want to get back on there because I do love Nestris.org. It's an amazing tool and, you know, kind of a little platform to practice and also run tournaments on, like Pumpy's one-day tournament. Big fan of it. But I just haven't been able to get over and play. It's like, I've just been having a hard time relaxing lately and just being like, oh, I can just go waste some time. Not waste time, but you know, like I can just go spend some time doing nothing productive. You know what I mean? Like I have a hard time doing that right now. 1 day 3 is in 6 days. Oh my word. All right, so we are underway now. Just to orient you a little bit, you know, long bars are gone. That's why these players are not getting them. And so therefore the next highest scoring line clear available is the triple. Now triples on level 18 are worth 5,700 points, and they will go up in value 300 points every level increase. The next highest scoring play, of course, is the double. That's 1,900. So on a per line basis, that's like twice. What is it? Twice as triples are basically twice as valuable on a per line basis. $68,000 here for Chroma through 40 lines. So a perfect 19 transition into 19, that would be about 251,000 points. And so that's roughly a third of what the perfect transition would be if you were, you know, playing regular Tetris. So you can sort of, your milestones can be adjusted by about a third, or no, by, but you know, two-thirds basically. So make everything a third of your typical milestone is what I am saying. Just wait till you hear about 12 day. Oh my God, 12-day tournament. What? $60,000 for Soosh, 104 for Chroma. The main thing that players are trying to do here, of course, is score triples. If and most players are going to be building on the right side well, like they do in regular Tetris, and that means that the L piece is the main piece that they are concerned with. They got to have a stack that can generate a triple with a red L piece, right? So just imagine what the opposite, not the opposite, but what the complementary setup would look like. If you create basically a single wide well with a double wide well over it, then you can, and it just has to be one high double wide well over it, then that is the right setup. Now, there are other ways, of course, to get a triple, but only the L and the J are pieces that can do it. Of course, J, you'd have to be set up the opposite way. All right, little Z spin for Sooshimanh. And, obviously certain things are to be avoided, or at least to be creatively gotten rid of, which are things like, single L or single J dependencies, not like LJ flexible dependencies, L and J dependencies, because you really only have one piece to resolve them. Now, if they lead you into getting a triple, then they're fine. But if they don't, then you're just going to waste bars. And plus, you don't have that extra long bar that you can use to resolve it. So you get half as many pieces as you would normally have available to resolve it. So if you're going to have them, they better lead to triples. And of course, long bar dependencies tend to be bad unless, of course, it's part of a setup for a triple. And there we go. So Sooshimanh with like the ideal kind of right side. You got a couple Tetrises off it. And you can see with that little, nub in column 8, you can just keep stacking those blue S's. And when you stack a blue S on that, then you maintain your well for a triple. So Chroma is into 19. He's at 207. So he has captured, almost 80% of the points available. So this is a very healthy transition. I think anything over a 200,000 is a very good transition, maybe equivalent to like a 600K transition. And decent transition here for Sooshimanh as well, 178. Now, we do have the level 39 super kill screen turned on. Both of these players are playing on keyboard. They don't appear to be keyboard rolling, so I'm not sure how much of a factor level 29 will be as far as being able to score points, but of course it'll be a huge factor in ending the game. What's up, Chen? 200K in this feels like 630 to me to get, I think, says Sky. Yeah, it's probably, it's probably harder. That 1/3 kind of heuristic doesn't hold exactly. It's just close, but I think it's harder to be efficient or as efficient with triples as you can be with Tetrises, or at the very least, nobody knows how to really do that yet. And mainly because those L's are like really required for stack maintenance, right? So you're just, and then I don't think anyone's really, at least as far as I've seen, is fully mastered, just keeping that triple ready well open like all the time, or at least as long as they can do it with like a Tetris ready well. So it's definitely harder to do. Oh, that's going to be a top out for Sooshimanh at 234. And let Chroma cook a little bit. Qualifier was 334. So if you want to mullen it out a little bit, that's okay. That sneeze is coming. If I sneeze into the mic, I'm sorry. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I couldn't get to the mute button fast enough. But Chroma's qualifier was a 335 and a 334, so I don't know what his PB is. I can't imagine he played this much longer than was required to actually qualify for this thing. But yeah, high 300s but into 29 is basically the equivalent of, I would say, a max out or so thereabouts. You updated your antivirus, thank you. 353, so Chroma has exceeded his highest qualifying score. And let's see, set up now for triples. There's one. He's set up again. There's another. Now, if he can get an S, he can set up for it. Yes, and he's set up for it and gets it into 29 at 386. And we'll see what Chroma can do here tapping-wise. Of course, I said, 29 is not going to be a scoring factor, but I don't know. He's kind of making it happen. Tris guy says 350 is about max out efficiency. All right, well, there you go. Chroma with the 403, the tap 400. My goodness, Chroma, is that a PB? Probably. Is that a PB? I mean, who would play this other than just qualifying for it, right? So pretty good. Pretty good. Chroma, you're going to go up 2 games to none. Probably the tap record. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, players, when you are ready, you can ready up again. Chroma's communicating to us, I think. And again, sorry I sneezed into the mic. I couldn't get to the mute button fast enough. I'm ashamed. All right, both players are ready. Let's go. This is game number 3, so Sooshimanh needs to win this one to continue on. Chroma looking to wrap it up right now. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Now again, no same piece sets in this mode. The competition cartridge does not allow it on most modes. This is kind of considered a training mode. But we are abusing it for our purposes. Kind of like what I do with Zempro and Katsugiri. Travis cheering on a Canadian. I was just thinking it would have been cool if I'd, had the stats for Sooshimanh from Nestris.org. It would be cool if there was like a little website leaderboard for like the weekly leader. Is there such a thing like the weekly leaders or monthly leaders or leaders for the year in addition to all-time leaderboards? Like that would be very cool. So you could say like, Sooshimanh was top 10 in puzzles for October. That would be a cool thing to be able to say. $56,000 for Chroma, $32,000 for Sooshimanh. The winner of this will take on a legend, KIRBY703. and specifically a legend at non-standard NES Tetris variants, as well as other Tetris games. So, I mean, it's nice to take on a legend, but maybe not one like that. There's only a total leaderboard. It would be cool to go to the top of the month or year. Yeah, I think that would be cool to have. And then people could chase leaderboard accomplishments, but not feel like, well, maybe I will never get to the top of the leaderboard, but they might be able to get to the top of this month's leaderboard or this week's leaderboard. And so I think it would potentially drive some volume on the site. And I don't know, maybe. All right, Sooshimanh in a little bit of a dig here. Remember, you don't have that long bar to help out with these digs, so it's that much harder. And oh no, that is going to be a top out for Sooshimanh at 74,000. That means Chroma is going to continue on fastest set of your life. Oh, Sooshimanh, I'm so sorry. Well, it was a real pleasure. I mean, I think this was your kind of debut here on the main channel, so it was a real pleasure. You got a great shirt. I like that shirt you're wearing. You know, I like that you're a Canadian. So it was a real pleasure. So congratulations to you on a great shirt and your Canadian status. And we hope to see you again in future months. Sorry I didn't have a picture of you. All right, we're going to go ahead and report the results of this match to the thing. 3-0. So you've got a little rivalry going with Chroma, I think now, right? Now you've got a little bit of like, I'm going to keep running into Chroma everywhere I go. All right, we'll watch Chroma mulling it out a little bit. But we are going to move on to the match against Kirby in a moment. So here, we'll do this. We'll set up Goodbye 31. So we'll watch Chroma versus Chroma while I set up the next one. I think Chroma's gonna win this one, but oh, do you, Kirby, do you have a, oh, you have an alt? Okay, got it. Thank you. Perfect. And Kirby, so dark mode is allowed, but you got to use the OG setting. So you could definitely do dark mode, but it just got to be the OG setting so that because that's the rules. You're not on OG. Oh, do you have the older? Do you have the older one? I don't know if that's OG mode, but I don't think that is. OG is the standard NES Tetris colors. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's too bright? Is it? I mean, it's Stupid Tetris Monthly, so if it's really distracting, I'll let it go. Because you'll live, it's just strange. Yeah, it's just for the stream, it just, it's kind of distracting to have two different frames around the boards. All right, big Kirby versus medium Chroma. That's what we got. I'm here for it. Rate my Tommy Andy drip. Yeah, you do have a Tommy and Andy thing going on today. Kirby is dassing, right? Kirby, did you say you have the DAS record for this? Is that what you're saying? Is this what is being claimed? You were told so after your qual. All right. That's good enough for me. I'm just going to state that as a fact. This is the known DAS world record versus the known TAP world record. All right, so players, as soon as you are ready, just go to the main screen and signal ready, and then we will begin. You guess this is the mode for you after all. Yeah, easy world record. I mean, just wait till Alex T plays it and then smashes everybody's record. But for now, you've got a record. Colin says world record versus world record. Get ready for 5 early top votes. All right, folks, it is round 2. KIRBY703, the legend, versus Chroma. Maybe a legend in the making. We shall see. But let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sky says it's very possible some Dazer long ago got a random 380 or something and never told anyone, though. Yeah, I mean, I think people have played the infinite drought mode before. Like that is a thing that people have done, so it's hard to know exactly. But as far as what is documented, Kirby, as far as we know, has the DAS world record for this mode. And I think we probably just witnessed the TAP world record for this mode. So it's 2 world record holders versus each other. On the left side of your screen, it is KIRBY703. If there's a list of legends of Tetris, I mean, Kirby's got to be on that list. I mean, how many of us can claim to actually have a specific line clear in a Tetris game named after us? Okay, so if you've played Tetris Effect Connected, there is a line clear that, you know, you can get only under certain weird circumstances. And of course, it is named the KIRBY703, named after this player right here, KIRBY703. Of course, Kirby was a longtime moderator in the early days in the Classic Tetris Monthly Discord and community, and a community leader back in those days, and a legend in these days. Kirby has played a ton in Hydrant Dudes any tourneys, right? So these are basically kind of stupid Tetris monthly modes played with a configurable, like a player configurable DAS setting. Kirby has won a ton of them, and like, you know, like a bunch in just a short period of time. So yeah, definitely Kirby is one of the top players when it comes to like alternate modes. So things like, you know, I'm sorry, like secret grade or no rotation, these kind of cerebral modes. She also played in those Honda Fan Cup qualifiers back in the day with high rankings in those. Has played in the Tetris Effect Connected World Championship in 2022, 2023, 2024. Played in the Jonas Cup in 24 and was a top 20 finisher there. Went out to Sharky in a very memorable match in a decider. Kirby also played in some of those early CT DAS Scamper tournaments. We won't talk about the results in those tournaments, but she did play in them. So, of course, Kirby, a longtime member of the Classic Tetris community. And the DAS world record holder, as far as we know, documented in this game. She qualified into seed number 15 using DAS and got a 361 and a 327. I think there's a non-zero chance that Kirby could break that in this match. Like, I think this is very doable. Sky says, I'm still a little jokingly upset at her beating me in Tetris secret grade. Yeah, how do you do Tetris secret grade? That seems insane. Chroma said in chat he claims a 420. All right, well, that's offline. You know, that's like, that has about as much credibility as Kingsman's max out, his Thanksgiving max out. He looked at turkey. He looked at the turkey, and he was so inspired that he that he went and maxed out immediately. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, Chroma with the documented tap world record, as far as we know. 143 for Kirby, 122 for Chroma. Tytris says, how do you do Tetris secret grade? Yeah, not just Tetris, but Tetris. How do you do that? I don't know. I feel like I've done, you know, I've done admirably okay. I haven't put much time into it, but the last time I did it was back in stupid Tetris Monthly 2021 when that was a selectable mode. Now we are going to have, by the way, a secret grade tournament. I'm thinking it's going to be the same month as Mega Masters. You know, something for the fast people and something for the, you know, slow cerebral types. 171 for Kirby, 141 for Chroma. We are going to do no rotation in January. So Chroma is kind of in an infinite dig, and this has allowed Kirby to get out to about a 38,000 point lead, which is about 6 triples. Kirby with a clean board here and a triple set up. And there's 1 triple, and she can get 1 more. And no, she's going to foul it there. But into 19, and Kirby, I think, a little surprised by that transition. So 186 for Kirby, 157 for Chroma. Vandy, am I calling you slow? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. a Zoltan Sky Finals, I think it's possible. The real question is should I make it a 32-player tournament? And I'm thinking going forward, oh, goodness gracious. Chroma going to top out. Did not get the tap world record again. But it was an impressively long dig. Yeah, Javanti is right. You think no row should be 16? That's what I'm thinking, Cole. I'm thinking no row and secret grade might be 16. All right, so Kirby's gonna survive and takes game number 1. No row qual left behind. Yeah, I think 16 is probably good. Although I kind of want to make sure that certain players make it in because like it's for them really, you know? So maybe I can do special invitational and, you know. I got 3 Z's in a row that didn't fit anywhere. It's just tough when that happens. So a triple is worth like a quarter of a Tetris, but it's only 3 lines. So the scoring on this should be about 1/3 of the regular mode. Well, on in regular NES Tetris, a regular, you know, Tetris mode. Here, let's go ahead and start them in game number 2. In regular Tetris, right? A Tetris is worth 50. What is it? 5,700 points per line. Okay. And a triple is worth 1,900 and what is it? 1,900 points per line. So you can compare them on a per line basis. Like a double should be worth 950 per line, and a single obviously worth 760 on 18. So you can figure that out. What is no row in this context? That means no rotation. So it's a mode of playing Tetris where you do not rotate the pieces and you go for lines. All right, Kirby is set up kind of with that, I don't know, I kind of think of that as the Trisky thing, right? Where you set up the triple with the little gap underneath. Like I first sort of first coalesced in my mind is, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You can do that when I was watching Sky play. So I think of that as a Trisky thing. So the world record, Evesy is the one that deserves the name for that. All right, we'll call it the Evesy thing. Or we could just call it the Skeevesy thing, which is not a good name, so we're not going to do that, but... All right, we'll call it the Evesy thing then. 48,000 for Kirby, 37,000 for Chroma. So as far as we know, you know, Evesy has got the record, right? The overall record with what, it's like a 570. What was it again? I mean, the records are just being established like in this tournament. So basically in the qualifiers, like that's pretty much what they are. So. Yeah, so Evesy had a 557 average. That was a 560 and a 554. 575? Okay, so she must have played like off, you know, not during quals. $59,000 for Chroma, 72,000 for Kirby. And they're basically half a triple apart. You think it's Scooty with 575, but Evesy is close and got first seed. Oh yeah, what did Scooty? Because Scooty had a high score and then a low score. So let's see what Scooty's was. Scooty's was, oh, maybe Scooty has it. No, Scooty got two 400Ks. Maybe he did something else outside of quals, but yeah, he had two 400Ks, a 453 and a 419. So you think it's Scooty with 575 and Easy is close? Yeah, outside quals. Okay. Well, I mean, all of this is moot because I'm sure after this month, no one will ever play this again. But until next year. Well, of course, if we do the, STM annual championship, obviously this will be in the rotation. So Cole says it'll be fun to see kill screen in the later rounds. Yeah, with the earlier rounds, we definitely have players that are more on the DAS and tapping side, kind of minimal kill screen. So once we get to the kind of rollers and stuff, it'll be really weird to see what happens on kill screen. I think there's enough kind of variance that we could definitely see some DAS and tappers take out some rollers. There we go. Kirby with the, I guess, the Sky Eavesy thing. Would no row be in the rotation? Yeah, it would be. Branches Jade said, is no rotation based on the highest score or the most lines? It's based on lines. I suppose you could do score, but I don't know that there'd be a huge difference in the highest scoring game and the highest lines game. So it may as well just be lines. Lines are the lines with the tiebreaker score. No row by score wouldn't be great, says Sky. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be all that different from who got the most lines. And I guess you would just like what? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because like basically the more lines you get, the higher level that you're going to get to. So the higher, I mean, so yeah, it really wouldn't make a lot of sense. 163 for Kirby. Chroma now in the lead at 174. And Kirby is into 19 at 166 with a kind of a dirty board here. He's going to have to chop this down without benefit of a long bar, of course. Oh, there's a nice double for Kirby. Traditionally, no row has been tied with a redo. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's going to be a top out for Kirby at 173, and Chroma is good. Pushdown wouldn't matter, Bobbert Jones, because of how you move the pieces in no row. You're really not getting a lot of pushdown points. It's just not something you're stacking for. It matters quite a bit. It does? Oh, well, I'm just speaking out of school then. But why would it matter to score? I mean, score. Wouldn't level be like super dominant? All right. As soon as both players are ready, we can start game number 3. Oh, interesting. Pushing down 4 pieces is worth about the same as a single on average on level 0. Oh, that's right, because oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Plenty of your pieces won't be tucked. Well, that makes sense. I don't know. I think I think no row is fine just the way it is without worrying about score. Because that's not what you're testing, right? You're testing people's creativity with board shapes, not with pushing things down. So I don't think it doesn't add anything, in my opinion. But, of course, my opinion is bad, as we've proved. All right, let's go ahead and get these players started. Game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. If we do SPS, there should be incentive not to stall. Zoltan says playing for doubles seems dumb. All right, well, we're getting an education. I mean, if you're playing no row for doubles, that's like a niche within a niche, right? I mean, no row itself is like niche enough, and all of a sudden now you're like, oh, well, now we need to find out the best no rotation player to get doubles. Like, we don't need to do that. Oh, you guys like niche better than niche? Yeah, I mean niche is, I mean I'm not speaking French. I'm speaking American, okay? Is August DM finals ever going to be uploaded? I have no idea. I just send Dan V money for every month that we have CTM, and then he just does whatever he wants. So usually pretty well. So I don't know. Speaking of which, I got to pay people for October. If you want to help us pay people for October, you can support us in any of the number of ways here. Support. There you go. We've also got super chats on YouTube. You got bits and subs on Twitch, channel memberships on YouTube. So if you want to help us pay our helpers for September, you're welcome to help. All right, nice little triple there, and another triple for Kirby76000. All right, two triples for Chroma. Hopefully not two Tetrises. What would I do right now if like one long bar came out? I wish I had like crowd control so I could just send them each a long bar whenever I wanted to. Like, I think crowd control for Tetris does exist, but it would be cool if I could just do that. I'd have to stop the match. I don't know. I guess I would have to stop the match. But what if it said it was like set to I? Laurie gifted a fan level membership over on YouTube. Thank you, Laurie. Appreciate your support. And Babber was the recipient of the membership. How is Babber formed? Nobody? Anybody? Any early 2000s internet people here? No? Okay. 149 for Chroma, 114 for Kirby. Oh, Commodore Friday knows. Somehow Zempro knows. You don't know how his Babby formed? I guess you didn't waste a ton of your time on the internet. You were busy doing. You're busy having a nice life. 169 for Chroma, 129 for Kirby. So Chroma pacing a little bit. As we said, you know, you know, about 200 transition is a very healthy transition. Chroma with 11 lines to go, so potentially, well, they're going to burn away. Well, no, has yeah, 2 more available. 1 more would be a 200K transition. Madelsberger says, why don't the players score any Tetrises? Are they stupid? 163 here for Kirby on 19 and Chroma, yeah, into 19 with 200K transition. So all right, triples coming. Chroma ahead right now by about 47,000 points. It's about 8 triples. I think Chroma mad that I won't accept his claim of like a 440 or 425. So he's trying to get it right here in front of us right now. There's triple Chroma, 245, 195 for Kirby. Chroma trying to get set up again. And he is set up and gets a triple, 257 for him, 203 for Kirby. Chroma set up again. Chroma ahead by 45,000 points. Still about, you know, I don't know, 6, 7 triple lead, something like that. $228 for Kirby, $272 for Chroma. Trying to get set up again. Kirby digging. Chroma's set up, gets a triple, 293. So 40 lines to go until 29 for Chroma. He's set up, still set up, gets a triple, 304 for Chroma, 254 for Kirby. Kirby is set up. Oh, passes on the triple, but gets it. Set up again. There's a triple. Kirby, 271, 317 for Chroma. Kirby is set up and waiting, gets a triple. Kirby sets up, gets one, 292. Starting to close the gap a little bit. Now she is playing with Das, I think, so she's really just going to have to try to get as many as she possibly can. Push the envelope here. There's one for Chroma, keeps adding triples. Chroma, yeah, still with about that 43,000 point lead. There's a triple. Chroma is going to double here. He's going to try to get, and that's going to be a top out for Kirby at 310 into 29. But Chroma is going to take this one, see what he can get to close out the game. And there is a triple, single. And there you go, 374 for Chroma. 363, is that a record? No. Chroma has a 400K with tapping. All right, well, Chroma going to take game number 3 in a good match. Double 29s. Yeah, double 300s, double 29s. Yeah, very, very good. And they're both hydrating at the same time as well. Wow. My goodness. I guess I'll hydrate too. I got the blue Gatorade Zero. By the way, take that Gatorade Zero, put it in the freezer, and pull it out just before it's like solid when it's still like slush, and it's awesome. Like it's like slushy. Shake it up a little bit, break up those ice crystals, you know. Oh my God, it's amazing. You can't do the zero? Uh-oh, Yoshimi says Gatorade does not give you the water advantage. Uh-oh. You got a KFC cup. All right. As long as we're taking pieces out of the game, we should take it to the logical conclusion. All S and Z mode, you mean Tetris? Yeah, like that's basically, there's a game called Tetris, which gives you statistically the worst piece for your board. It usually ends up being lots of S's and Z's. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Kirby versus Chroma. Kirby needs to win this one to stay in. Why is Nerd the Box not in No Bars November? Nerd the Box is in timeout. Yeah, Jonas used to play Tetris on his stream every once in a while, and it was maddening. All right, Kirby is set up. Starts off with 2 triples in a row. Ends up having to take a Burma. There's another triple Kirby and another one. Yeah, I wonder what the record is for most triples to start off a game is. Colin is ranking chicken places in order. He says Church's over Popeyes, over KFC, over Zaxby's, over Chick-fil-A, over anything else, over Cane's. Colin, what the heck? You think Cane's is the worst? Are you kidding? What? Who are you? Wow. That's such an L take. Steelce says Cane's is chopped. What? Who are you people? Well, we got a tight one here. 56 for Kirby, 54 for Chroma. Parabec says Cane's is offensively bad. Oh no, what is also offensively bad is Kirby's bored right now. She's still got room to bring it down, but this is tough. I mean, Cane's is like, I don't know. I mean, that's like the Holy Land for cheat day. That's like cheat day Holy Land. Valhalla. $88 for Chroma. Kirby still up high. Chopping this down. Just trying to stay flat. Vandy, next time you go to Cane's, order an extra crispy. You've learned it's a thing. Oh my God. Oh no, an extra crispy is Kirby's board right now because it is cooked And she is done. Chroma gonna take this one 3-1. The legend Kirby is out of Stupid Tetris Monthly. Oh, Kirby's ready, but there is nothing to be ready for. Colin says, I feel like this was my fault. Nope, sorry, Kirbs. Chroma, you're on the list now of people knocking legends out of their tournaments, okay? You're on the list now. You know, people knocking out Corian, people knocking out Joseph. Chroma's like, wah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, wah. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and report this. We'll show you the results of that. Kirby, it was a real pleasure. And I hope to see you again in future Stupid Tetris monthly months. We've got Secret Grade coming up in March or April. We've got No Row coming up in January. So we'd love to see you in those and in any Tetris you care to play. So congratulations, Chroma. You did well. And Chroma will be moving on. So let me go ahead and report this to the authorities of Tetris. The crime that has been committed here. Chroma, you're going to take on Pixel Andy. You might miss it. Oh, no. Why? No. I mean, you tell me the month to do it, Kirby, and we'll do it. Okay? You tell me the month and we'll do it. It's not Secret Grade without you. February works now through February. Well, maybe we'll do it in February. Maybe we'll do two. Maybe we'll do two. We'll do two 16ers, right? We'll do No Row and Secret Grade in the same month. I could see that in January. Maybe we'll do that. Two 16-player tournaments. I like that idea. Think about it. Okay. Well, that is going to do it unless Steelce and Tytris wanted to play right now. Yeah, you can play them both. Of course you can play them both. So SG work with more completed, or if max, then less lines to make it. Yeah, so it would be the lines is what you're going for, like completed lines. And then the tiebreaker would be the number of lines to do it. You need to get stencil ready again. You really don't, Tytris. I can just do it for you. I mean, but you can just throw up something close and I can do it. All right. Well, that is going to do it. Kirby and Chroma is done. Let's go ahead and show you the thing. I'm the best tapper of this mode. Yep. You'll be live on Gibgorf in 5 minutes. All right, we're going to stick around and we're going to do this Steelce versus Tyler. Secret Grade can't be SPS as well. No, we're not. We won't do SPS for either one. I don't think that those, neither of those, like it's too, it's, you know, they're slow, you know, it's level 0. So it just wouldn't, I don't think we'd do them that way. I have to consult with the people who actually play these modes because they know more than I do. All right, let me, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna play this Steelce versus Tytris match right now. Let me go and delete the other slug on YouTube. Chroma says, everybody gangsta until the rollers show up. Yeah, true. Do you need hand cam? I mean, it's fine. Should you be budgeting 45 minutes for these? I am. No, I mean, they can go longer in theory, Zempro, because once we get to top 16, they're going to go longer. So, no. And there's nothing saying that the early rounds can't go that way either. So just do what you're doing. All right, we'll be back in like 3 to 5 minutes. No SPS for online, very low level start modes is best. All right, well, Trisky says I will, whatever Sky says, I will follow. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye 15, goodbye 18, and then it's gonna be red, right? You guys are in red. So the right side should be 30, and the left side should be 19. Oh, and we gotta Gibgorf for our old pal here. Big Frog 24. You're the exact seed as last time? Oh. I thought you were saying no 24 like number 24 because NO is also the it's also the way to abbreviate the word number. So I thought you were still saying Gibgorf 24. Like, I thought you were saying Gibgorf number 24. Like, that's what I thought you were doing. So thank you for that. Oh my god, bro. This camera. Don't worry about it. Okay. Bro. All right, we're gonna watch him warm up for a little bit. Just give me a moment and I will be right back. But you can watch him warm up. All right, everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller back with more STM No Bars. While we watch these, or while they are warming up, just want to give you a reminder that there is a prize pool and that is funded 100% by you, the fans of Tetris. So please use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. And that will bring up some links. The one that says No Bars, that is the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the webpage for this tournament. And top right-hand corner is where you log in. Log in with your existing Twitch, YouTube, or Discord account. And contribute to the prize pool. If you want to see more stupid Tetris monthly in your life, this is a way to vote for it. We will continue to run them as long as they are funded. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that. Go to patreon.com/monthlytetris. It's one big way. You can also use the support command to find other ways to support us. And of course, if you're on YouTube, you've got platform-specific ways like super chat, super stickers, channel memberships, gift channel memberships. On Twitch, you've got bits, you got subs, you got gift subs, you got Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subs. So support your local Tetris streamer. Okay. Well, players, how much more time do you need to warm up? If you're ready, just you can just go to the thing. All right, Tytris says I'm ready, and Steelce says I don't need to be that ready to beat Tyler, so I'm ready too, right? You're waiting on me? Oh. All right, well, let's still finish this warm up and then we'll. All right, this is in the red bracket. It's round one, Steelce versus Tytris. I'm assuming they're both on low bars. They've been practicing. They've been. Yeah, so Drought Eye, right? See, that's where it is. See where his little arrow is? Drought Eye. Good. Yeah, no worries. Yep, no worries at all. Load up that save state. There you go. Good job, Tyler. All right. Oh, shoot. I almost dropped my coffee all over my whole body. All right, both players are ready. Let's get them started. Round one, red, Steelce versus Tyler in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What the heck is that? Tyler, it's Kermit. Oh no, what happened to my legs, Piggy? Oh, Kirby, you don't need legs. I don't know, I don't have a Miss Piggy, whatever. K9 watching Tetris has gifted a sub to Pumpy Heart. K9, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Pumpy Heart like a million years ago. Well, I guess that was a 12-month gift subscription courtesy of K9 given to Pumpy, and it's in month 8, so you're not here, K9, but we're thanking you anyway. On the left side of your screen, it is Steelce. It's not Steelce, it's not Steelke, and it's not Steel, it's Steelce. And don't you forget it. Steelce is here. Qualled in to seed number 19 with a 334,000. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Steelce's first ever competitive Tetris match, you know, not on Nestris.org, but played on a stream, was in Stupid Tetris Monthly back in July when we were doing No Next Box, and he defeated Mari and then Ella E flat in the first couple of rounds. So clearly very skilled at non-standard Tetris modes. Did run into Fractal eventually, but did take a game off Fractal. And he's also played in Das Masters and Mega Dasters. So really just coming onto the streamed competitive Tetris scene in the last few months. But he's played a lot on Nestris.org, and I have no information about Nestris.org except that he was playing a lot on it. So that is Steelce. And on the right side of your screen, it is Tyler. Don't call him Tytris. Don't you dare. It's Tyler. 51,000 for Steelce, 57,000 for Tyler. Tyler, of course, a prolific Tetris streamer and helper outer, and also a top outer at 60,420. So, Steelce, you are good in game number 1. Girl Without a Fairy says, I don't think I could ever do competitive classic Tetris. I'm too used to modern Tetris. Well, there are a lot of people who are, you know, crossed over either direction, and players who are good at, you know, multiple formats. So Steelce is number 45 in Norg puzzles. Very good. All right, well, both players are ready to go. Steelce versus Tyler. Game number 2, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Steelce says, I got 4K ELO on puzzles and never touched it again. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. But anyway, Tyler, you see him all over Classic Tetris. He was the winner of CTWC's silver bracket in 2025 in Pasadena, California. He's also played in a bunch of random stuff, although they probably don't like that I'm calling it random, but Classic Tetris bi-weekly, CT quickly, Tetris for the non-pros, played at Detroit's Motor City Mayhem Regional this year, CTWC Genesis, both the Open and DAS tournaments. You've seen him at our Lone Star event in 2024, played in CTWC Silver, you're in the finals of that too, right? Against Bendy. So he's been all over, played in Waco, Lone Star in 2023, Gauntlet, Community Tournament, Eat My Elo Battles, the TNP show. Who can forget where they were when Evesy beat Tyler on the TNP show? I'll never forget where I was. 34,000 for Steelce, 47,000 for Tyler. Tyler beat Armstrong in CTWC Silver 2025. Yes, that is correct. I don't see Armstrong much anymore. Tyler ruined him, I guess. 74,000 Tyler, 58,000 for Steelce. Sodium is the main person I remember who plays both versions. Oh, you mean the classic and modern Tetris? Yeah, there's a bunch of people who are into like Tetris a Grandmaster, which is not exactly modern Tetris, but of course, KIRBY703. But like, yeah, Tetris a Grandmaster, a bunch of people like Green Tea, Eric ICX. $97,000 Tyler, 85,000 for Steelce. And yeah, Tyler qualified in with a 236 average. And let's see what that was composed of. Or comprised. What? Yeah, there you go. Composed, comprised. Oh, I always mess that up. Yeah, a 286 and a 187. Snuck there into the seed number 30. Is ahead here by about a triple. And the 5 below to get triple ready for Tyler. All right, Tyler is set up again. Has to deform it, though. Get reset up, and there it is. Okay, triple for Tyler. 128. There's one for Steelce, 122. Yeah, I mean, I know the difference, but when I'm actually saying it out loud, I always get it wrong. Like I could literally explain it to you, but when I actually go to reach for the words, the wrong one comes up, like all the time. And that's going to be a top up for Tyler at 140. So a little bit of a mini chase down here for Steelce. And a triple would do it. Triples here worth 5,700 points. And that's going to do it. Steelce is good. Goes up 2-0. No next box is funner. All right. Oh, there's one more code left on the Matcherino. Who's it going to be? We've already had claim codes from Javan T, Carl, Fizzy Cola, Sky, I've Seen Bees, Mr. Brain. We have one more according to the chat, but I feel like we had more. I feel like there's more than that. Is that facts? I think you're thinking about Masters. Because there's 27 left on no bars. So yeah, you must be talking about Masters. All right, there's actually 27 left on no bars. Happy birthday, Tyler, but you're not winning one. All right, we're getting codes on Major Wheatia. Thank you, Colin, Chroma, D. Bradley, Madelsberger. All right, both players ready. Game number 3. Oh yeah, so what other STM modes we got to do? We have to find a way to do a VITS tournament that is sustainable. We have, there is a VITS ROM hack that counts VITS or VITSes, whatever. But not everybody can use a ROM hack because not everybody has EverDrive. But you should if NES Tetris is a serious hobby or pursuit for you, you should get one. Oh, there's been a new challenge from Nate. Nate has a new challenge. And let me scroll up to see the challenge. Oh, all right. 400 equals 500. So that means if we get the prize pool up to 400, Nate will bump it up automatically to 500. So we're $97 away from another extra bonus $100 into the prize pool. N-Dog says, let's do it for the players. I agree. Thank you, N-Dog. Madelsberger thinks it should be vidi. I don't know that it's a Latin word. Vedi, vidi. I can't. Veni, vidi, vidied. I came, I saw, I vitzed. So yeah, I would love to do a Vitz off, but it's going to be very limited as to who can do that. Either that or we'll have to keep manual score of Vitzes, and that's really hard to do. All right, if we get to 400 in that prize pool, Nate will make it 500. And Tyler is not leaving us much time to achieve this. He's really up high here. Couple of triples. Oh, he almost got the 3 triples in a row. My word. That's the dream. There's another triple. Tyler, 82,075 for Steelce. So yeah, if you were considering contributing to the prize pool, it's a good time to do it now with that challenge out there. Kirby says, I particularly like the VITS ROM hack in the context of any DAS. There is a lot of rich strategy to setting up 2 to 4 VITSes all in the same rows. Yeah, I wish that, more people could use these ROM hacks, but, you got to get one of those EverDrives or Power Packs or Crizio carts or whatever they're called. And a lot of people just kind of have the cartridges, and they're good to have. I agree, they're good to have, but if you can swing it, getting some sort of flash cart, really, really good. And you can keep up to date with all the changes forever. All right, there we go. Steelce triple 110. 133. Tyler's up by about 23,000. It's about 4 triples. Triples here worth 5,700. That's another mode that I feel like Kirby would be good at. Tetris Tyler 145. Vits, like a Vits off, like a Vits competition. Scooty is really good, and then Tyler is really good at that. Tyler is very good at Vits mode. Just all Vitses. And Sharky. So Tyler and Sharky had an epic battle at Lone Star 2024. That was one of my favorite Tetris memories, was Tyler and Sharky. That's going to be a top out for Tyler at 160. Chase down here for Steelce. Don't do it, Steelce. Don't do it. There is a triple and the win for Steelce. He's going to take this one 3 games to none. So we will advance. Good game. Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner. That sounds amazing, Tytris. Oh, my word. You'll just get them plain and add ketchup? What, Colin? Listen, be nice. Oh my God, this Kermit with no legs. That's not right. But Tyler, you've eaten frog legs, right? You're from Louisiana. You must have eaten frog legs, right? So that's fine. Those are fine, but like bread, no good. It's just, that is bizarre. That thing is just bizarre looking. I feel like you should sew up those leg holes and it would look even creepier. Like if you sew them up. The aftertaste is really bad. Yeah, I think anything like that, frogs and alligator, all like, it just tastes like fishy chicken. All right, Steele says this game sucks, but you are the winner. So let's report you to the Tetris authorities. You have a Friendsgiving you have to go to after this. All right, well, enjoy your Friendsgiving. And are you playing Lucas tonight, or are you not gonna? I didn't know if that was a thing or not. You are, okay. Oh, look at those armholes. That's gruesome. Let's gore Tyler. That is just, I don't know if that's acceptable for the stream and children. There he goes. Have I ever eaten frog legs? Yes. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks again to those of you who supported the stream. Even or odds, Zella Zowie, Pumpy Heart, Babber. Some of those were gifts. Thank you, Lori, for the gift to Babber. What in the STM is going on? I don't know. All right, so thank you that. Thanks to our patron, Scott Gray J in the window, K9, watching Tetris, Stackers, Matos Burger, Corporal 381, Shall Be Satisfied, Junior, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Java T, Jason Sunny, and everybody else. Appreciate y'all. Prize pool is up to 304.50. We were not able to make the challenge issued by Nate Dogg. But I appreciate the people making progress on the things. So thank you, Nate, for trying. And I'm sorry that we failed you. All right, folks. The next stream is going to be in 2 hours and 13 minutes. So I will see you then. It's going to be Fire Docs Maestro winner versus ID Kirby, the other Kirby, one of the other Kirbys. Okay? That's when I'll see you next. 2 hours, 13 minutes. Take care. Goodbye, Tytris. Congrats, Steelce, whatever. And, okay. YouTube, you are done. We will see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Wieneman, Laurie, D. Bradley, Ego Chip, and EQE. Bye-bye. You want me to raid Tetrium? Tetris 99? You want me to raid Tetris 99 Tetrium? I think I might raid Meme, actually. So Meme is playing Geometry Dash, so I like games like that, so, or at least watching them. So I'm gonna raid Meme. If that's okay with you. All right, we'll see you guys in a couple hours. Bye-bye.